Memories are hard to keep in sequence. Another thing that happened there during that last year or two of high school, you know, we had an old Model A truck. And when I was the tractor driver, well, Marvin was the truck driver and delivered the grain to the elevator and so on. Well, then as he left, then I was the truck driver, and Earl was the tractor driver, and so on. And we'd had an accident with the, I had an accident with the truck. I just delivered a load of grain to the Milton elevator, came out, and J.A. Brewer, that boy got into more trouble with me and my family. He lived out west of Milton. We lived east of Milton. He obviously had unloaded his load of grain and then run into town a little further to get a Coke or do something, because he was coming on the wrong side of the elevator. Anyway, the weeds had grown up, the bushes, and I didn't see him around that corner. Boy, I pulled out that old Model A, and here he comes, hell-bent for election. Man, I could see he's going to hit me right on the cab, right where I'm sitting in that old truck. So I gave it all it had and just barely got by where he hit the bed right behind the cab. Well, I don't know to this day that there was no roof on that old Model A. And I don't know if the door popped open and I went out there, or if I went out through the top, but the truck didn't turn over, so it probably went out the door. But anyway, I was knocked out, and when I woke up, I'm on the road. The truck's sitting over there, and it had evidently just quit running on its own, but it wasn't going anywhere. And as I'm waking up, J.A.'s about a block away, running towards me. "Dean, are you dead? Dean, are you dead?" Well, I'm not dead, but I'm not saying anything because I'm trying to check to see how badly I am hurt. In the meantime, he had, after he'd hit the truck, he sideswiped a car that was on the left-hand side of the road. The lady was parked there and was out beyond the hedge milking her milk cow. Man, she came out and she's stopping him, just raising heck with him about hitting her car. He could care less about her car. He's worried about me. So I'm aware of that circus going on. But by the time she got him stopped and worked over, and by the time he got to me, I was aware that, no, I'm not that bad hurt, and it looks like the truck will run. And so, you know, no exchange of information. We each knew who the other one was and so on. And I knew Dad was waiting, and I got in the truck and went that way. He got in the truck and went the other way. Got to the field, and Dad saw me driving in, and he'd already unloaded the combine and had a pile of wheat there just on the ground. I guess he had tried to put some sacking or something down to make it a little, keep it a little cleaner. And he looked at the truck and he said, "What happened?" So I told him. Well, he said, "We'll see what we can do about the truck. Then you shovel that grain up on there, and I'll make another round or two, and you take the next load in." Man, I'm telling you, that's first aid taken care of. Oh, I was a sore turkey that evening and for the rest of the week. But didn't hold up the harvest very long, I'll tell you that. Well, Model A, our old Model A truck, if you didn't turn the gas off over down underneath the knees of where a passenger was set, that glass bubble in there would leak your gas. So we're getting ready for a school carnival, and I am asked by the teacher to take her nice Model A coupe and go run an errand. She said, you drive a Model A?" "Yes, yes." So no problem. I did whatever it was she wanted done and never thought a thing about it. When I got back to the school and parked, I reached over there and turned the gas off, because that's what you do when you drive a Model A, you know. At least it's what you do when you drive our old Model A truck. Whew. Next day I came to school, and that woman was at the top of the stairs waiting for me and reading my pedigree and madder than hops. I didn't convince her then, and 10, 15 years later, when we'd be in Conway Springs and be at the Christian church together, she still had that attitude that you played a dirty, dirty trick on me. I guess she had driven out about a quarter of a mile, maybe a little further east of Milton, ran out of gas, she thought, or her car just quit. Anyway, it was very embarrassing. She had to send for help, and when the garageman came out, he said, "Lady, if you turn the gas on, it'll run." She thought, sure, I did it as a dirty trick, and so help me God, I didn't, and I wouldn't. But she was so nasty about it, stayed so nasty, that on second thought, I probably should have been in that army, but I never was. I really wasn't.